9 months ago, we visited the Isle of Arran for the very first time, and it was during this trip that we fell in love with this incredible little island. However, you only know how strong your love for something is if you push it to its limits. So that's what we've decided to do. We'll be spending every other week in November, December and January living and working from our camper van on the Isle of Arran. Will the ferries leave us stranded? Will the weather break us? Or even worse, will the locals reject us? We will be visiting Arran at some of its harshest, wildest and most brutal times of the year, and we'll be taking you along for the ride. This is episode number 1 of our weekly Isle of Arran van life series. Ferry leaves to Arran at, I think last check-in's 10 to 3. So that means we'll have to leave by roughly about 10ish to get a bit of time. I think I've done everything I need to do. I'm not sure. Need out when Danny gets home, but there'll be a list that I haven't done, but I'll deal with that when it happens.
Does anybody else do what we do, which is when we're driving, you listen to podcasts and then immediately become experts in whatever the topic is and start debating this between ourselves as if we actually know what we're talking about? We're nearly there, we're almost at the ferry, we can see Arran, and I'm so buzzing. It's the only place I've ever been where I get this happy, other than at the top of Crying, but there's a place to go and visit. I love it, just seeing it. I just feel more peaceful. If you haven't been to Arran, you have to come. There is a free guide to the Isle of Arran, which you can get by downloading signing up to the mailing list and clicking the link in the description. You get a free copy of our Isle of Arran instant guide. So do that. Beautiful, beautiful. Love it here. Anyone coming to Arran, if you haven't seen our previous video where we missed the ferry, you can actually stay. So over there's a car park. It's like a long stay, short stay sort of parking for people, presumably that work on Arran and stuff like that, or off Arran. And you can leave your car there, but you can stay in your van overnight there, which is handy. We found that out last time. I think it was about £5. I'm knackered, by the way. I'm definitely getting bird flu or something. I reckon.
You're always poorly when we come away.
I am. There's something about it. I think it's the excitement. I get ran down. Or you nagging at it.
Yeah,
the stress
of me nagging, and that's what it is. I'm like, we need to do this, we need to do that, we need to clean the house, we need to do the ironing, we need to, I don't know, clean the toilets, pick up the dog poo.
Today, so like Danny's mind, obviously we needed to finish packing the van so we could get here, but obviously we had to put the bedding on for my mum and dad staying. We had to, obviously she had to bleach the toilets, she had to brush the dogs. That's essential. That was the worst one actually. I think I
wanted the dogs to look pretty for Nana coming.
I was stressed a bit trying to get everything sorted. I thought I'll do some other bits and bobs, and then she come in with a dog brush in her hand. I'm like, is she been brushing the dogs when she hasn't even got her stuff sorted for the van yet? You thought you'd slide that one out, didn't you?
I secretly tried.
You thought you'd slide that
I was secretly trying to brush
until you left it on the table and I had to take it in. I'm like, oh, that's what she's been doing.
I secretly tried to brush them in the outside so then I wouldn't get caught. Killing time. Well, not killing time, but
doing unnecessary
time unwisely.
Absolutely unnecessary all the time. Like anything that needs doing now will not get done, but the stuff that doesn't need doing either at all or not now, that's priority number 1 for Danny.
They were the important tasks for today. We're here.
We are here, parked up on the ferry lake. We're going to play playing cards.
Yeah.
It's like our little ritual when we get on the ferry. We have a little game of cards. Danny kicks me ass and I go off and off. And then I talk off for the rest of the night. Because you cheat.
He's a bad loser.
I am a bad
loser.
But you're a cheat also.
I'll give you one.
What are you going getting? Oh, look at them. The only real way to stop that is to do what I do when we get on, which is to turn off the sensor things on your car alarm so that it's not sort of picking up motion, because obviously it gets a little bit rough and bumpy as you get in. I feel deaf.
I know, it was
So loud. Seconds after we get off the ferry, I can already see the beautiful autumn colours, which I'm buzzing about because I love autumn. Fixed the road on the way to our park up. There's one level spot, and I don't know if there's anyone in it yet or not. It doesn't look like there is round the corner.
You don't know, it's normally blocked.
It is normally blocked. Is there anyone there? No. There's our favourite park up. Look at this. This is the park up. This is Blackwater Foot. So this part up here is the only one that's level. The others you need your leveling ramps and whatnot. But the fine with your parking here, we park here most of the time we come. It's probably our favourite part up because you get to watch the sun go down over the beach. It's a beautiful spot, and as you sort of probably seen on the video when we first got here, the other side of the island was like rainy, wet, drizzly, and this side is, well, it's fine. A lot of the time on Arran, because it is so small, but the mountains are so big across the middle, that just because the weather's crap on one side, it doesn't necessarily mean it's crap on the other side. So it is worth just that short drive across the middle, if the weather is crap, just to see whether it's better on the other side. But there's a lovely little walk. That's a golf course. There's a lovely little walk up and round past Drummerdoon Point, which is on the corner there. See the fort. It's not an actual fort, it's like a geological thing with like big rocks, and that looks cool. But just a gorgeous park up. Anyone who's seen some of the previous videos may remember us getting this, which is the Yes camper van Grand California table. Now, it's a great table, massively improved in comparison to the one that VW give you, which obviously you need to mount to your bed, your mattress, which is just ridiculous, to be honest. However, it is extortionate. 250 quid, so I know for camper van stuff that isn't that expensive, but for what it is. But anyway, Danny managed to snap these, which is what go into this little groove while we were away in Birmingham on day number 1, which was great, because then we didn't really have a table. So I reached out to Yes Camper Van, just says, look, we snapped one, can we buy another one? And they actually got back in touch and said they'd had bother with the nylon ones that come as standard originally. So what they've done is replaced them with these metal ones. So they sent us a pair out completely free, which is nice, even though we did break that one ourselves. It was definitely Danny's fault. In all fairness, although they're expensive, every time I've had to deal with them in terms of when I initially wanted the delivery quick, they sorted that out. This they've replaced easily. The only other thing they need to sort is this magnet. It's not stuck down well enough, so then the leg kind of pulls it off. So I've had to replace the sticky tape on that twice now. But if you have got a VW Grand California and you want to spend a couple £100 and definitely upgrade your table, like I say, it isn't cheap and it is just a table, but it's a lot better than what VW make themselves. Danny's currently in the process of wrapping an NC500 book that someone ordered last night. I need to get that posted today. All of the books that we sell are lovingly wrapped by Danny. I get the easy job, which is just to put some bits of paper and like the bookmark and other bits that come with it in an envelope and put a sticker on it, because that's all I'm trusted to do. I'm not very good at wrapping. It would look like you'd ordered a takeaway if it turned up and I'd wrapped it. What are you making?
I'm making a nice cup of tea.
Cup of tea.
Take it along so then we'll get a black water for bakery.
She's like me nana. Me
No,
nanny
I'll
used
show
to
you
have
why.
one of them
I'll
little
show
sieve
you why.
things
I'll show you why.
in the kettle.
Come and watch why.
Come on.
Because the amount of white shit that comes out of here. Look, hold on. Right, all of that white shit there, I didn't want that floating in my tea.
Her language is disgusting. It's clearly minerals, vitamins and minerals from bottle. It's strange. What alarms me is that kettle is only exclusively being used with bottled water.
At home it doesn't happen.
At home, in the normal kettle at home, I think they're poisoning us.
But with bottled water.
With bottled water. That would be the best way to do it. You would just not do it in the tap water because people would expect that. You do it with bottled water because
that
people
way you continuously drink.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening with it, but it is bad at the minute. Anyway, we're gonna grab our shoes back on. The backpack, I've got the books in the laptop pouch in my bag, so we can hopefully post the orders in Blackwater. I think there'll be a post office there. They've also relayed all of this, so now some of the roads are not as awful as they were previously. That was the only thing that let Aaron down previously. They started fixing that, which is just another bonus point for me. Anywhere else fixes potholes. They've just fixed some next to where we live at home by just filling them, and now it's not a pothole anymore, it's like a speed bump. Just getting it posted and the postman is there to collect the mail. I'd like to say that was intentional, but it wasn't. 15 minutes to wait for the bakehouse. Should we wait in the queue? Yeah. We'll be the first one, hopefully the first ones to form the queue. So if you're coming down this way, sort of just as you get to the Kinloch Hotel, it's just in the little side street or around the corner, and if we're here you'll see us waiting. If we're not here then you'll not, but there's normally other people. I don't know if it's as necessary at the minute to be waiting in a full-on queue, but we will. So there's some stuff starting to go in already. Oh yeah, look at this. I've got a cinnamon knot, which is just ridiculous. A big sourdough thing for soup, and then we've got an almond croissant. And to be fair, they're all beautiful. Well, actually, I don't know about the sourdough. We haven't had that yet, but well, it looks like actually Danny's been in at that. Have you been in at it?
I've had a little sample.
Is it nice?
It's very nice.
So we can confirm, since Danny's a little piglet and she's already ate some of it, that's nice as well. So we're still at Blackwaterfoot, still where we parked up last night. We're sitting with the door open, just enjoying the sea, the noise of that. It is cold, but we're in Scotland. I'm not too fussed.
There's no midges.
There's no midges though, which is good. So we're going to have a little coffee, some breakfast at 12 o'clock, and then make a push around the east side of the island. What a beautiful place. Very, very friendly, very nice people at the bakehouse, just as I expected them to be. So this is the digital map that we're currently working on for here. So these are all the different locations that I'm trying to photograph. Now, if you get one of the travel guides, they all come with this. So if, for example, if I wanted to, say, go to this park up, press on it, press directions, and then once it loads, because my signal's not great, that's the directions set. Every single guide that we make has this. I'm going to use the sort of work in progress version of this as something, as a bit of a reminder of all the places that I need photographs of. I have marked them in advance, so I should remember them. Them little cottages, they're known as the 12 Apostles, which is basically, they were all owned by fishermen, and each of the little windows, I don't know whether it showed on the video, but each of the windows at the top are a slightly different shape, and what that meant was while the fishermen were out at sea, if there was any problems at home, then they would put a candle, or the myth or the legend goes, they would put a candle in the upstairs windows, like at the window, and that would light it up, and then apparently the fishermen could then identify whose house it was that had the issue or whatever it was that needed addressing,
based on the light and the shape of the window. That is the myth anyway, that's the story. I don't know whether it's a myth.
Did you get your 40?
I got loads of canny little 40s. He put his ramp down for us. I mean, obviously, not for me. He puts the ramp down so people can drive off, but it looked canny. There's a lot of stuff that goes into making these guides. I mean, nobody is going to get any of the guides and be like, oh, it's a nice photo of a ferry. So it is kind of pointless, but it's I suppose it's a pride thing. I like making them look pretty, even if it means standing and looking a bit weird next to the ferry port taking some photos. That looks disgusting. What is this?
Like chicken, vegetables.
We've got like a chicken and vegetable soup. Again, a batch cooked thing. We've got that sourdough. I don't know, I'm not a sourdough connoisseur. I've dipped my toe in the water of sourdough lately and I like it. But does it always weigh as much as it is? It's the most densely populated thing I've ever ate. That one weighs a lot. It's lovely. Very nice, but it's heavy. Oh, she's had a crumb-tastrophe. Look at this. No. Is it picking them up? Look at that. If I'd have done that,
I wish you did now and then I could have taken it off.
There'd be hell on. If I'd have done that, there'd have been a ruckus. But when she does it, no, oh, what a shame. I'll just blow it. If I thingied crumbs and then blew them away, there'd be hell. You would be infuriated by such an act.
Maybe this.
Now, just quickly while we're cooking food, I thought I'd do a little ad for the travel guides. So we've got the Ultimate Scottish Road Trip, the NC500 Improved, and also now the Outer Hebrides guide. All three of these guides are available at the link in the description below. They all come with a digital map counterpart, just like I showed you how we plan our trips. So everything in the book is also on a digital Google map for you. Everything in the book also has QR codes, so you can scan them and set that as your little destination, so you're not putting postcodes and all that sort of jazz in. They're available below. They're all currently on sale, so if you are planning a trip to either of these next year or even across in the winter, then pick yourself up the books. You can buy them individually in a pack of 2 or 3. So if you're doing that, or you want to buy a present for someone, they make a perfect little present. They come nicely wrapped, as you've seen on last week's video. Hand wrapped, hand posted, handmade, more importantly. These fund this channel. This is what keeps the YouTube dream alive. So we do massively appreciate the support from anyone who's bought any of the guides, and if you haven't, then well, there is a link in the description below. Sign up for the newsletter and you'll get in return a free guide, an instant guide for the Isle of Arran, and hopefully by December I'm hoping to have our Isle of Arran travel guide fully written, but it just keeps getting deeper and deeper. How much you'll be able to hear because it's windy, but I just wanted to get out and take a photo of these little sheep things that they use, I'm guessing, to secure the boats. It's windy and wet. I couldn't get that. So that one I would have showed you better, but the waves were actually coming over quite a bit and I didn't want to be back to the waves video on something and then just get either soaked or swept in, and I couldn't really get the right angle for photos anyway. So I know there's some more further down at the other little harboury bits, so we'll drive to them ones.
We've decided not to be lazy today. As much as we're whinging and saying, we're tired, shall we just stop? We're going to make ourselves go for a little walk at Eos more.
I don't know, are we going right all the way up?
I think we should go up to the waterfall, but not climb up to the water, like the paper thing.
That's what I'm thinking as well.
But I think we should go to the bottom of the waterfall and then walk down this way, because we haven't walked this way before.
I'm tired. I'm dog tired, but now...
Have an hour's walk out, yeah.
A bit fresh, yeah, it'll be nice. And the colours are bloody lovely.
I'm having a hot chocolate and taking it on the walk with me.
Oh, you're not, man.
I am.
That takes ages.
It doesn't, it'll take 5 minutes.
You can mess on with it, man.
It'll take 5 minutes. He's a right whingy kid. Does anybody else do as much whinging as he does?
Who pulls up trying to be spontaneous because you're knackered and then goes, oh, let's stop all of that momentum we've built up while I make a hot chocolate? We cannot. It's impossible.
I'm making a hot chocolate.
You know? You know?
I'm just chopping up my hot chocolate sachet.
Then the faces. There's faces, wooden sculpture, another wooden sculpture, and then a load of mushrooms. They do look cool here, I know. Again, them wooden sculptures would have been nicked where we live, 200%. I'm going to grab some photos anyway, because this is very nice. We're at the park. We found the park. We drove past it earlier on, and it's a beautiful little park up. I will probably get the drone out and show you it properly on the drone, but this is it. And this is just the epitome of what Aaron's park ups and stuff are like. So you come in that way, round, down, back out that way. In the summer months, you see a lot of like bigger motorhomes and stuff parked here. It's nice and level as well, to be fair. You got the course literally feet away from where I am, and the sun sort of sets over this side as well. Not that we'll see it tonight, but this is Arran. This is why you need to visit this beautiful place, man. Look at this for a part up. Hey, what a night. I'm knackered now though, so we're gonna probably have a nice sausage casserole, which I'll show you later. But this is what it looks like from up there.